I grew up in Temergold on the mid-north coast of New South Wales in Australia, kind of out in the bush. And my first exposure to a Maton guitar was playing my dad's M225 model that he bought in the 90s. And, that was the good guitar of the house. It was kept in a case most of the time. And my first guitar teacher, Jeff Wallage, also played a Maton. And I'll never forget, kind of one of my first lessons with him, he played the intro to, Layla, like this. And I remember just hearing that zing. That I consider to be, Maton guitars have just this unique zing. This zing sound, that great steel string zing. And so, I was really into that sound. And I was playing a nylon string guitar at the time, so I couldn't get it. But I met Phil and Tommy Emmanuel soon after that, when I was 11 or 12 at the Tamworth Country Music Festival. And, hearing Tommy play was like, oh my goodness, I have to figure out how he gets that sound and how to play like that, because it was just so powerful and mind-blowingly, great. And Phil, I became really close with Phil, and he became such a great friend and mentor to me. And real early on, he loaned me a Maton guitar. He had this old red, dreadnought Maton with jumbo frets in it. And he said, just take this guitar, Joe, and play it for 6 months or something, and then, lend it back to me when I come back through, the Kempsey area. And so I remember just making so much progress with my playing when I had that guitar, because it was set up to be really easy to play, and I could plug it into a PA and just like, I thought I sounded just like Tommy. So from there, when I gave that guitar back to Phil, I bought this guitar, which is the Tommy Emmanuel model, EBG 808TE. Bought this when I was, 14, 15. And this is the guitar I played on Australia's Got Talent. And I played, hundreds and hundreds of gigs with this guitar around Australia especially. And it's on its, I think, third set of frets. Really a great sounding instrument. It also records really well. Soon after Australia's Got Talent, as I started to, play more in the States, I got this guitar, which is, actually I got a guitar before this, which was a custom shop Maton, but it was very similar to this guitar. This became my kind of main workhorse guitar. This has Tasmanian Myrtle back and sides, and I've played this guitar, so much over the last, 8-9 years. The JR Personal guitar. This is the JR Personal guitar. Really a beautiful sounding. Really warm, rich sounding guitar. And then the new chapter, which I'm very excited about, is this guitar, which is the JR Signature, which is a production line version of, my custom shop Maton that I've played, exclusively, pretty much exclusively for the last, 8 or 9 years. And this is a great sounding guitar as well. Beautiful, rich sound. It also has Tasmanian Myrtle back and sides, and I'm looking forward to just playing this guitar more and more. And that's where my story started with Maton, and I'm very excited for the future. I've never felt really compelled to play another acoustic guitar on stage, and it makes me really happy when I see a young person holding their new Maton guitar, because I know that guitar has the power to change their life, because these guitars changed my life. With this guitar, with a Maton guitar, you can walk onto any stage, plug into a DI, and get a big, fat, powerful sound that can make an impact. And, most guitars won't do that. Not only that, you can get the guitar so it's set up so easy to play. It's such a, rock solid workhorse guitar. It records really well. And, I really couldn't do what I do in the same way without Maton Guitars. So I'm very grateful for Maton for making these guitars since 1946, which is just as long as Fender have been around making guitars. And I've been to the factory a number of times, and these guitars are made by really good people, people with a lot of character and a lot of passion. And I'm very excited to be launching this JR signature guitar and continuing my journey with Maton.